You guys finally found it. Congratulations. The secret to aiming is in this castle. You finally did it. As a matter of fact, a lot of you are doing a bit too much searching. So much looking, a matter of fact, that some of you forget the other aspects of this game, especially you duelist mains. You guys seem like you forgot how to use your mics, but you did all this searching to find this secret aiming technique that's gonna change your life. So let's finally talk about it. What is the secret aiming technique that all the best players abuse? Well, let me tell you. And now that I'm looking at the tip itself, I feel like a lot of you are going to be pissed at me. The secret is that a lot of you are really overcomplicating this whole aiming thing. Aiming in Valorant is actually really simple. Actually, I think it's the easiest part of this game. And Riot does a good job at making it something you shouldn't have to worry too much about. I mean, think about it. In CSGO, Valorant's often compared counterpart, movement in that game is a lot quicker, they have set spray patterns, and actual counter strafing is a key component to being good at that game. In Valorant, our movement isn't nearly as quick, our spray patterns are random, and to counter strafe, all you need to do is let go of your keys rather than being precise and hitting the opposite directional key. In CSGO though, everyone has the same utility. Their main focus is repetition, repetition, repetition. Refining your mechanics to a point where you don't really think and you have almost robotic-like accuracy. But in Valorant, all of that is made easy for you. In this game, not everyone has the same kit. Valorant is all about adapting, outplays, and using your brain. Aiming is simple so that you can learn it, refine it as much as possible, and then worry about the actual fun things about Valorant. This is what I mean when I said that you guys are overcomplicating this whole aim thing. We have all the videos and guides you could possibly need when it comes to learning how to aim. But there's only so much we can do to help you get that aim. There isn't a secret technique, a magic pill, or some fast pass to being good at this game. Once you learn the fundamentals of how to move your character and where to put your crosshair, it's all about practice. This is why so many pros will tell you that you need to just play the game more if you want to get better. They're not lying. And now in a second, we're going to show you some clips of pro players who back up what I'm saying here. But if you don't know the fundamentals that I'm talking about, we at SkillCapped can put you on the right path. We have ready to produce courses over on our website that show you how to perfect these fundamentals. These guides are made by some of the best of the best. And we also have other things like Smurf commentaries, VOD reviews, live coaching sessions, literally anything you could possibly need to rank up. So stop falling behind the competition and come check us out at skillcapped.com. We'll be waiting. So now you're probably asking yourself, really, Tate? That's the secret? You're overthinking your aim? Well, yeah, that's literally it. If you don't believe me, then listen to C9Ye, one of the best, if not the best, aimer in the world.
Do you arm aim, claw grip? I don't know, I just aim.
Anyone feeling generous?
Where?
Like,
can I get that?
I don't know what I'm aiming. Like, I don't know my style of aiming.
They shake your leg.
Like,
Thank you.
I just move my crosshair, you know? Like, towards their heads.
Oh, you want the up? Oh,
Like, I just move it, you know?
up is crazy, bro.
Of course you can. Double
Just be better? No, I'm just saying, like, I don't really think about that stuff. I just move my crosshair, you know?
Out of my way. Bring them down.
Like, cause like, what is good aim to you? What does it look like? And then you have to like try to get to that aim through like various exercises. You know? Like, what is good aim to you? And like, how do you get to that point? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you kind of have to do. You need to have a visual image in your head of what that looks like.
your thing in garage.
And you have to break down like the steps in order to get there. You know?
One in series could be walking up on you.
I just try to work on things that I notice in my aim that are kind of like inconsistent. So if like if I move a certain way, move my mouse a certain way, if it doesn't feel good, then I practice that, you know, until it does. I guess like the advice that I could give guys is like whenever you're trying to improve something, like make small goals about it. Like what do you want to improve about it? Have like I guess like a visual image of like what you want it to look like, and just go for it, you know. That's the best way I can put it, right?
Does it really sound like he's giving any life-changing advice? I mean, he doesn't have to. He's Ye and he can do whatever he wants. But let's look at what Ye said. Set small goals for yourself. Visualize what good aim is and try to strive for it. And not thinking, just shooting. We've told you guys these things in past videos. It isn't complicated. Yet, if you look at our videos tab, you'll see how all of our aim or Vandal Phantom related videos are our best performing. You guys just keep searching for this non-existent magic pill for your aim. And these clips of Ye giving tips to his chat is similar to someone asking Michael Jordan how to shoot a basketball better, or asking Messi how to kick a soccer ball, or asking like Albert Einstein how to do basic algebra. C9Ye isn't giving us crazy advice. He can't even explain how himself aims so well. He just does it. He just put in so many reps that aiming is almost like blinking. He doesn't even think when he does it. It's just natural. But it isn't complicated, and you guys sometimes obsess a bit too much over finding the secret to godlike aim. Well, the secret is that there is none. It doesn't exist. So since there isn't a secret serum to getting good aim, what are the fundamentals of a good aimer? Well, if you want the fastest way to get good aim, I highly recommend that you check out this other guide that I did. In it, I show you the quickest way to get good aim, straight up. But before you go there, you need to understand what actually makes up good aim. Well, these would be things like crosshair placement and movement. As a matter of fact, I would consider these are the two big things you need to know if you want good aim. If you don't know already, crosshair placement is the area in which you're placing your crosshair. It'll depend on the situation that you're in, but it should always be at head level. We go more in depth on this concept more on our website, but your movement is important too. You could have the best crosshair placement in the world, but it won't matter if you don't know how to move your character. And as you know, you need to be completely still before you shoot. So being able to counter strafe and do it well is going to give you a leg up over your competition. But there is another skill that people don't talk about as much that I think is just as important as the first two. This big mystery skill is something called mouse control. Mouse control is, well, in the name. It's defined as how well someone is able to control their mouse. Meaning, if you're swinging your mouse across a certain distance, how well can you keep your mouse steady, accurate, and at headshot level? This is important because as you're moving around the map, you want to make sure that you're not over-flicking and under-flicking the angles you're snapping onto, or this applies to your gunfights as well. If a guy is counter-strafing back and forth, you need to be able to make accurate micro-adjustments to click their head. Or let's say someone is running gunning you. You need to have the tracking to be able to lock onto that target and kill them. Or maybe you whiff. I mean, everyone does it, it's okay. But you need to be able to make the micro-adjustment accurately and precisely. Over or under adjusting could cost you your life. This is why mouse control is so important, which means this is why aim trainers are important. Alright, now let me pause the video real quick. I added this part in after I finished the script. But you know how people constantly change their sends and sometimes they just feel a lot better all of a sudden? Well, spoiler alert, this is a placebo effect and has more to do with a person's mouse control rather than their sensitivity. If you check out my other guide, Does Aim Actually Matter in Low Elo? I literally double my sends and still perform well in an ascendant low immortal lobby. This is because I have good mouse control. So, quit changing your sends and go hit the Kovacs. It'll help, I promise. So in previous guides, I kind of talked down on aim trainers, saying how you don't really need them, but I think that this skill is where Kovacs shines. The reason why aim trainers are good is because they allow you to get as many reps in as you can. This program has a crazy amount of customizability in its programs, and in my opinion, is the best aim training program out there. These routines are simple and allow you to get comfortable with your mouse quick. But just because you see professional players whip their mouse all over the place and get these ridiculous scores, that doesn't mean that you need to be shooting at their pace. When you're doing these routines, you need to make sure that you're moving from point A to point B as smoothly as possible. Take your time and make sure that you're accurate. Eventually, you'll start going faster and faster. Your scores will get higher and higher, and by that time, you'll have excellent mouse control. By the way, you don't need Kovacs. The range works just fine. It's just that in Kovacs, you have a more wide variety of scenarios to choose from and practice from. And it's also fun to compete with your friends and see who can get the highest scores. So those are the three basic fundamentals of aim: crosshair placement, movement, and mouse control. You're not going to become an aim god overnight just by watching some video, which is why you need to understand that in order to become a master, it takes a lot of discipline and practice, just like anything in life. When you VOD review yourself, you need to look at your crosshair, make sure it's in the right spot. Is your character moving the right way? Could you have put your character in a better position to fight? All of these things and more factor into your aim. If your crosshair placement is off, hop into a deathmatch or a custom game and fix it for next time. If your positioning is bad, watch some Radiant online courses at SkillCapped and watch how they position themselves. If your mouse control is bad, hop into Kovacs or the practice range and go click some bots. So if you're looking for the aiming technique that all the best players are abusing, it's that you need to understand the fundamentals and then grind them to perfection. And hopefully I've drilled into your heads that there's no fast pass to getting good aim. Just like playing a musical instrument, a sport really well, or doing anything well, you need to practice, and then when you're done, go practice. That means doing boring stuff like VOD reviewing, deathmatching, and server work. But once you're good at the game, I promise it becomes so much more fun. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel down below. It really does help us out. But before you go, keep in mind that this is all just one of many in-depth guides that we have on our website. Also, if you want a chance at having your VOD reviewed, be sure to subscribe on our website at SkillCapped.com. We also have tons of Radiant Smurf commentaries. We have Radiant players walking through exactly how to have the most impact possible in a bunch of different situations. So what are you waiting for? You got nothing to lose. Head on over to SkillCapped.com and get started on your way to that rank that you deserve. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening, guys. I'm Teets, and we here at SkillCapped want to thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.